Once upon a time, in a life that now feels like a distant dream, I was happily married to the woman I thought I'd spend forever with. 8 years together, 7 of those as husband and wife, and 2 beautiful children made us a picture perfect family. But as they say, appearances can be deceiving. One fateful night on November 12th, everything changed. My wife staggered home late, reeking of alcohol. When I confronted her, she dropped a bombshell. She had been having an affair with her team leader. She admitted she no longer loved me and was ready to abandon our children for her own happiness. In disbelief and despair, I called her brother to take her away before I lost my composure. The following days were a whirlwind of confusion and heartache. She left, came back to take her belongings, and disappeared for a month. Despite my pleas for reconciliation, she confessed to being involved with her team leader, claiming our marriage had been falling apart for years. I realized I had to protect my children and myself, so I decided to file for divorce and cut off all contact with her. As the days turned into weeks, her approach shifted from cold indifference to desperate attempts at communication. She started to struggle with her new reality, while I found strength and support from my mother. The kids remained blissfully unaware, their days filled with activities to keep their minds off the upheaval. Now, as I navigate the final stages of our divorce, I reflect on the journey from despair to determination. Her change in behavior and attempts to reconnect are futile. I stand firm in my decision, ready to embrace a future free from deceit and filled with hope for a fresh start. This is my story, a tale of heartbreak, resilience, and the unwavering bond between a father and his children. As I approach the final stages of our divorce, I've learned a lot about resilience and the importance of standing firm in my decisions. Her attempts to reconnect are futile because I've moved on and am ready for a fresh start. This journey has taught me that even in the darkest times, you can find strength and hope for a better future. My story is one of heartbreak and betrayal, but also of unwavering love for my children and the promise of a brighter tomorrow. My wife had an affair with the team leader, abandoned our children, and ran away from home, but came back asking for forgiveness, so I kicked her out. Divorced and haunted, this is my story. I'd been with her for 8 years and 7 years of marriage. We have 2 beautiful children together. I had more disadvantages than problems. This is when we looked our best. D-Day was November 12th. She came home late, drunk, and when I confronted her, she said, "I've been afraid to speak up for the past 2 months. I don't love you like I used to anymore. I'm ready to leave my kids behind as well. I just need to be happy." I called her brother that night and asked him to take her home before I lost it the next morning. I begged her to come back and work on the relationship. This is when she started feeding my desperation. She came back, took her things, and left for an entire month. I begged her to come back. She confessed to going out with her team leader. I don't know, but for her the marriage has been falling apart for years, and all signs point to a fair one. We've seen first action on December 10th, and I decided to divorce her out of prejudice. This is when I decided not to contact her. Her approach changed, and she felt difficulty moving around the house because I am currently with my mother, who's supporting me in this. I think it's out of guilt that she's also looking for ways to get me out to see each other. These things could be real but desperate. That she hasn't visited the kids. The good thing is my kids are fine now. The kids don't know what happened. I kept them super busy all the time. Her change of approach means the fog is clearing up. I do everything shake her. That is throwing her out. Getting the first movement behind completely no contact with children, barely talked to her on the phone. I let me her at bank. Then in March for final procedure. Hope she's still in the fog, because it gives me freedom. New start without any hassle. She signed such a bad deal. Any suggestions on how to continue with it? How can I continue the fog for a few more months vape life? says that unfortunately liars and scammers are the ones change. I was in a similar situation. Had to move quickly in the process. I was scared at one point because soon Vape's wife had an argument. Broke up with a fair partner just when we should have signed the agreement. Then she ended up expressing concern at the start, realized she had a lot of questions about her own future. But thousands of dollars were spent to reach an agreement, and she signed a contract with her. An equitable partner continuing the relationship. Now, they're unstable. Turns out, she's not as happy as you can't take her home after the fun part. Oh, Pierre replied that she's volatile. She's been behaving completely crazy since I left. Contact and children Netflix account. That's all she had. She was a compulsive liar throughout the relationship, but never thought it would do justice to the truth. I thought her lie was minimal, so as not to hurt me, and I was so wrong that I had to learn when Mary updated again. Just a quick update to my previous post. I met her. She was at the bank, and she walked in pretending like she didn't want to look at me. But when I looked away, she was reading my body language. I was getting ready to say hello and proceed to remove her name from the collateral. She walked out of the bank, and I said, and walked away. All of this happened in 20 minutes, and except that signaled. She didn't say a word from afar. I could see her on the phone after this episode, and I thought it would be a fair par for the course to provide details about what caused this startling change in behavior from everybody. The energy when I begged, plead, has turned to hate and frustration as I am now showing signs of settling this divorce comfortably. Hard to read this, people, but definitely frustrate because I back off and don't care about her. This relationship is built on hate toward me. The other day on WhatsApp, she said I did this so ugly. I want to do this to blame me for something she couldn't articulate. Kranika, some advice. It's hard for her to make it clear that she hates it when you let her go, not act like door, but that runs after her from time to time, tells her that your life is worth nothing without her because that's what she expected from you. So now she's angry because not only did she not get what she wanted, but she also has to face the fact that she lost the life she had in that meeting at the bank. Taken out of the mortgage was her first hard reality check. She began to realize that you wouldn't run after her, that you beg, and that she can't come back easily, which she probably expected to happen the day she moved out. Her new life will implode so quickly as her discontent will likely translate into a new relationship. I just hope that it won't blow up before a deep paper. Signed, please note that she suddenly started dying being nice to you. Hell yeah, she ain't a mistake. When that happens, then she just wants you to have her because she gave you some hope. If that happens, then the best thing what you can do is she has made her decision, and that she hopes that she will find the life she always wanted before you turn your back. Ben and your friends, especially mutual friends, know about why she left you if you have another reality check from them. So if possible, read her, text you an update. We are wife want to respect her. This just happened that we's wives wanted to check some of the divorce documents in plain English. I asked her to read it again, and she still pretended to be dumb so I could explain to her. I finally explained it to her, and then asked her to explain. She responded by saying it, why do you have to be so unnecessarily disrespectful? I cannot stop laughing. It came from a woman who was absolutely evil towards me in the last couple. For months, I kept trying to find out more and asked her to check what kind of hair they had as a partner when she bored me and pissed me off. Earn an instant block on WhatsApp app. I feel good if it's an update what makes us narcissistic. We're wife sorbet. After doing very well last time, a few months later, she called me and I disconnected her call. She wanted her to just talk to me via text. She wanted some documents related to hard copy divorce. I asked her to talk to my lawyer. She responded by saying stop playing these games with me. I felt sad. I vented my frustration. I say you didn't care to take care of your kids. The other day my guy said his mom doesn't love him. And I was quoting, talking about the kids. Your life is still the same. Mine has changed dramatically, so please respect me for once I got back on my feet. I'll work out. I got angry. I ashed out at her for what she did. She continued to blame me for the exclusive relationship, harmful, etc. Just a few hours ago I picked up my kids, met her, and it made me feel so bad that I finally, smoking 4 cigarettes, exposed all the lies in her eyes when she kept blaming me. I should have kept completely silent like before. Either way, I felt really bad. I texted her to talk to my mom about the kids and the divorce lawyer. I didn't make the same mistake. Now, the update is my stubborn wife used my daughter as a spy. What should I do? And how should I respond? A few hours ago, I picked up my daughter from her mother's house. My 7-year-old daughter is now telling me that her mother is asking questions, as if someone came late at night to visit Dad too. What should I say about Grandma? How well he keeps up with friend 4. What are you saying about, when will Mother come back to protect my children? I was very careful in what I told them, and took advice from counselors. I'm confused and irritable. Oh, I don't know what to do. Updated 17 days after the first post. It's over the stubborn wife got a divorce, so it ended like this. I signed the first motion at the end of last year after my stubborn wife left home with me and the children to have an affair. I decided to divorce her and not to contact me. Well, unreachable because she probably called at least 8 times to her. It didn't answer a single call. I preferred to talk to her rather than text. She replied that she wanted to do something with her child or her belongings left at home for the most part. Standing my boundaries are formidable. And reach to the second motion day has come. I had to ask my lawyer, if they court young, she has no more energy. As she at the beginning of the incident, she walked, as she's crawling, I gained about 20 pounds. She used to the kids a video call once in a while. Now she has stopped doing it, too. She called them about twice a week, unlike before. I don't know if she is depressed now or not, is playing the victim card, or if her affair blows up. But she doesn't look well, and the divorce was done even before she had any clue. I feel bad for the kids right now, but hopefully one day I will be in a better place when my family will be complete again. Obviously, I have no intention of marrying my ex. When I say complete family update, my ex-wife called my best friend and took my son away right before his 6th birthday. D-Day is November 21st. Immediately file for divorce and separation. I officially became a single father of 2 by July 22nd. Take a look at my history if you want to know the details here. I'm currently raising both my children with my elderly parents. My mother is in good health and physical condition. She stays at home to take care of my children. My father plays his role in taking my daughter swimming, son, because of his activities while I was at work. The kids don't complain today. Haven't gone on a date. I don't complain because life is better, so I don't contact right after D-Day. Any attempt she made to contact me was feisty in the past. She even asked my mother to ask me to call her for stupid reasons. Sometimes on 22nd December. She realized that now I won't give in. 5 to 6 months later, she took my son away just a few days before his 6th birthday. Then, I had to talk to my son to wish him a happy birthday through me. Mom's phone. I can't see my son on his birthday. I hate that Mom holds the phone while I talk to my son. She does absolutely nothing for them now. She has contacted my best friend and discussed things like my financial company he worked for, and a few other things that unnecessarily felt like she was lying all the way to get as much out of her as possible. The more detailed, the better. For example, she made up a story that her credit score dropped because I missed a payment on my mortgage. In fact, I had a call a few months ago where the repossession agents asked me to make her pay off my credit card. I will be in trouble in the coming days, months or years. She is an absolute narcissist, which I cannot confirm. Edit, oops. I forgot to say that she will meet my friends soon. That's what she mentioned at the end of the call. Robab BNT said, is that her? Meet your best friend, he will go, because if he is not a real best friend, ope. I replied, he is my best friend. He called me immediately and told me everything, in fact wanted to record or call to me. He would never go if I said no. I've known him since I was in school. Soraba Bimt. T said what they were meeting for, then ope. I replied that my friend never agreed and he didn't say no. He just wanted to listen and tell me everything. It was just normal that we worked closely, so we could always see each other. I introduced her to him, and he was like a family friend. He hated her for abandoning the kids and was much angrier when she took the kids away that day. My son's birthday.